Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing real well. It's Sunday. It's the 1st of December, so I thought it'd be fun to do a live song review right at the beginning of the month. I'm here for you guys. I'm here. Let's listen to some music.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hope
you guys are
doing real well. It's Sunday. It's the 1st of December. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so I got some songs uploaded. If you guys haven't been here before, this is the live song review. I try to do this on the channel, it's Radium Records. I'm Bradley Denniston. If you don't know who I am, that's all good. I don't expect you to. But yeah, I've been in music for 25 plus years. Grammy, Emmy, Oscar-nominated work, platinum record. Yeah, Clio Awards, Telly Awards for commercials, almost $4 million in sync licensing placements, over $4 billion in gross box office sales for the different movies I've worked on. Worked on a ton of TV shows. I've scored anime series, Netflix series, etc., etc., etc. But I'm not here to brag about my credits. I'm just letting you guys know that's where I'm coming from, and that's what I'm going to try to apply to the music I'm hearing tonight and give you guys feedback. That's it, like straight up. I just want to help you guys out. The channel, if you're not subscribed, you should subscribe to the channel. Don't be a dickhead. Be a decent human being also. If you're like watching this, you get something out of it. I review your song. You're like, dude, that was great feedback. I'm going to apply that to my song. Just drop some comments, show some love on the channel, support it, share the show. You don't have to do much else, right? If you guys really want to support the channel, the shows, all the stuff I'm doing here for YouTube, you guys can give me super chats. You know, you can buy me a beer, $5, $10, $1,000. You know, you can donate as much as you want, depending on the value you get. It's up to you guys. You don't have to donate anything, right? It's all up to you. I think of it as like tipping, right? Tip your bartender. All right, so who's in the house? I want to say what's up. Where are you guys from? What are you doing here? What kind of music you making? What's your name, your artist name? Drop your Instagram handles. You know, you should all be connecting here. This is a place for you guys to connect, okay? I really want you guys to understand how important it is to connect and to build community around your music and around what you're doing as an artist, a musician, etc. What's up? Droid did that. All right, Malo Bleu. I don't know how to say this, but Malo Bleu. That's a hard one. Malo Blue. That's what I'm going to say. Justin Giddings, my guy. Justin Giddings, he's in my artist development program. Just amazing singer, songwriter, writer, just dope director. He's doing all sorts of really cool shit in film. Say what's up to Brian Olson, also in my artist development program. Amazing artist, dropped 2 records so far. Already broke 50,000 streams on one of his songs. He's killing it, man. And he's doing the game, dude. He's just playing the game. He's doing it. See, Justin and Brian, man, connected. All right. Buffalo in the house. How do you send in a song? You got to be locked in with the email list. So if you're not on the email list, send me an email, info@radium-media.com. I'll get you subbed. That's the only way, though. I don't do any other way. All right? I am Primal Panic. Get on it. Yo, Man to Galaxy. What's up, dude? It's good to see you back. You know, even after I destroyed your song last stream. And I don't mean to do that. I'm just trying to, like, give you guys real feedback. I do like the vibe, though, that you're going for, dude. Like, the indie shit is really dope. I really like indie music. Drew Hawks always showing up. All right. What's up? My name is Anwar, a.k.a. Anjo Inspires from Chicago. Happy holidays, bro. AJ. Always seen AJ here. This is really important when you guys come to community with music, right? Show up. Keep showing up. You're never going to get something going with your music career until you show up over and over and over and over and over. It's all about repetition, all right? This is an entrepreneurial sport. This endeavor is all about being an entrepreneur. You guys have to show up. You got to do the reps. You got to put in the time. You got to keep connecting, all right? If you want to sell something, you know, 80% of sales close on the 5th to 12th follow-up. Most people never follow up a second time. They hit someone up. They're like, yo, you want to collab on this thing? And then they never follow up a second time. 5 to 12 touches is what it takes to close a deal. 80% of deals close on the 5th to the 12th touch. So you guys got to get on this shit. You got to stay consistent, all right? I want to get into some music, so let's lock in. Now, if you want to skip the line, you can sub to the channel. It's $5 a month. If you're a cheap ass motherfucker and you're like, dude, I need everything for free, this is probably not the best place for you. Let's be real. Like, I'm looking for people that are really serious about this music shit. But let's get into the music. I'm going to go first come, first serve to start out here. If you guys are part of the channel, just let me know and I'll skip the line for you. Here's what we got. We got the goods. I'm going to go to modified, and it looks like the first song uploaded was Be True, Master 1 by AJ Santana. Let's lock in.
I can't be with no one else. So how am I supposed to continue? You love this part of me. You love this part of me. Wide open and I'm seething. So I plead, don't you remember me? Am I not the one who promised love?
God and practice love away I never.
All right. Pretty dope, man. I'm gonna have to pour some whiskey to that one. This is not an all ages channel. All right. So I just want you guys to know that, like, this is an adult channel. Now YouTube's gonna flag all my shit and be like, yeah, it's an adult channel, just the fucking, don't show anything, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's have some whiskey to that one. I really like this whiskey. No sponsorship, no affiliate. I'm not trying to sell you guys shit, all right? It's just really good. And I've been trying a bunch of different whiskeys because during the winter, fall seasons, I go from tequila to whiskey. Not like it's crazy, like cold here or anything in LA. It's like in the 70s. But Yellowstone, shit's been, they've been making this since 1872. All right. And I'm going to put you guys on some game right here. You want to press some ladies? Grab this shit. This is an Italian black cherry in syrup. I feel like I'm doing an infomercial right now, but nah, for real. This is like seriously what I like to sip on. Do one of these, you got this like black cherry, like, oof, so good, right? Just pop that right in the whiskey. Ooh, a little bit of the syrup, you know what I'm saying, goes a long way. A little bit goes a long way. Now let's talk about this song, all right? Because the big thing about this song is it has so much potential, but I think you rely a little too much on production, bro. Like straight up. And I like it. You know, you're on a channel that's like really about production. So it's like easy for people to be like, this is sick. I like this. I like this. Because a lot of producers on this channel right now, you know, on this live, they're like, yeah, we're producers. Yeah, we fuck with those drums. Fuck, I love the switch up. That sounds sick. You know what I'm saying? But the thing it's lacking is like, where's the catchiness? Where's the thing? Why is it not sticky? It's not sticky to me. It's not hitting me. There's not the repetitive thing that's happening. There's actually not a whole lot of repetition at all. It's got like kind of a blues, rock, pop, you know, there's a lot of cool shit in there, but I feel like the production, you're like getting too zoned in on producing, on sound design, on like these drum hits and the dun, 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 you know, like you're trying to like do all this fancy shit without like really having a song. Like, where's the song at? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you guys remember the song? I don't. I remember this. You know, like I don't have like a melody to stick to. This is not hate, by the way. This is just like straight feedback. I'm not getting that dopamine hit from like the melody thing, the thing that sticks to me. It's not sticking to my ribs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, that's sick. It's like someone getting up on a chair and they're like, ooh, and they rip their shirt off and they're like really ripped. They look really good. You know what I'm saying? Or a girl looks really good, but you're like, where's the substance? Like, where's the thing? I don't know. Like, I'm just not hearing that thing in it. So great production. Also the mix, like, let's talk about the mix because I think this will help as well. When you get into the mix itself, the vocals are like clashing with so many instruments because the vocals are like really crispy, high end. You got that 3K area, that 6K area, you know, but you don't have like the body in it. You don't have the fullness and it's not like punching through the track. It feels really too blended in with all the synths and the guitars and everything else.
Don't you remember me? Am I not the one who promised love and loves me?
It's like everything's on top of each other, you know what I'm saying? Like your vocal, if you want the vocal to be the thing, which it is, right? Because you're doing the growls and you're doing the whispery thing. Like, I need more of the body of the vocal. I feel like that's missing. You know, I'm missing the like 200 area, the 500, not even 500. I would say like the like 900 area, like the mid range, you know, it needs to like really punch and like be full and thick, especially when you're doing the, you know, that needs to cut, man. Like, it needs to be full and take up more space. It feels like everything's stacked on top of each other, you know, like the cymbals and everything else are like stacking on top of your vocal. So I'd like to hear more separation in the mix as well. I'd like to hear like things like, you know, left and right and deeper and more like your vocal comes up front and da da da. Like the vocal should be like, yeah, here I am, motherfucker. And everything else like kind of goes back into the sides and like the mix needs to feel a little bit more like that, you know? And then when you get big, like things are, you know, you need to like have dynamics in the actual mix as well. So I just like to hear a little bit more repetition. I feel like you're going on and on and on with melodies and your melody structure is just all over the place. There's no patterns until we get to this like chorus thing. Let me get to the chorus here. Yeah, also like the whoa, like that shit in the back. Like, I feel like that feels really thin and weird. Why not have those feel more like deep and like bigger, you know, like whoa, like everything feels thinned out. It feels like you went too crazy with the EQ basically. But yeah, that part at least like try to complement and hold up the So be true to your world. Like, you need voice leading in your chords. Your chords are not voice leading with that melody. Okay? Meaning, like, they're not holding that melody together. Right? So be true and you need something supporting that melody because it's lost. It's like, I don't know. It's really not that strong. But maybe it's a strong melody with good harmonic structure supporting it and good voice leading supporting it. It could be a really strong melody, right? So I feel like it's just by itself. It's too naked. It's too bare. It's too on its own. It cannot hold it together by itself. It's not enough. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a rap part. I don't know what the fuck you're doing there, bro. I have no idea what's going on here, but like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, I did not expect this. And maybe that's good for some listeners.
Be the same, always hold the blame. I'm the one to shame, someone let the fame. It's the path I chose, it's the path I know. Deliver.
That's way too on the nose for me personally. For my taste, that's corny as fuck. But that's not to say that some people might like that. Who's to blame? Here's the shame. Blame will drain. Blah, blah, lame. You know, like that just kind of like fucked it up for me. Because I really like the bluesy kind of rock, big epic thing you got going on. And, you know, it's cool. Like, there's some cool vibes here, dude. You just got to hone it all in. There's like, I remember someone told me in the studio once, and they were like, you know, I was in a session with like someone that was like, you know, miles ahead of me. Someone that's got like all these Grammys and Academy Awards. Like, they actually won them. They weren't just, you know, nominated for them, basically. And they said something to me that always resonated with me. They said most people in music, right? They think because they can make a song, they can make a thing, you know, they make this thing. They're like, oh my God, I can make a song and I can do something that any of these guys can do, right? Like, look, I'm doing it. I'm just as good as anybody else that's making music. Any other artist, I should have a Grammy. I should have a platinum record. I should have these things, you know? And he was like, but they're so off because like that concept of like making a song and being able to do the thing is like, and being like a Grammy winning, you know, multi-platinum, like huge, big deal, like massive song, #1 Billboard sort of thing. It's like from the distance is from like the planet Earth to like Saturn. It's so far and you don't even understand it because you don't know all the little micro steps and shit that you got to go through to finally get to that thing that's like so far. It's so far in the distance. Just because you have a laptop and a fucking one of these motherfuckers, you know, just because you have one of these and a laptop does not mean, and because you got all the plugins, like you're like, oh, I got a song. I'm just as good as fucking anybody else that's got crazy big hits. It's so like, it's just going to take time. It's going to take reps. It's going to take making song after song after song. You really got to go in on it. But anyway, great song. Like, it just needs all these things, man. There's all these little micro things that are going to make this a great fucking song that everyone wants to listen to over and over and over and over and over again, you know? And I hope I wasn't too brutal on you, bro. Like, you got a great voice. You got some good growl. You got some good shit going on. But, like, focus on the foundation of what you got that's good and then take all the stuff that's, like, not so good and make it way better. I don't know how else to say that, but that's like really how I feel about it. All right, Justin Giddings, my guy, he's got a demo up here. Dude, Justin, never fucking put demo in your song when you're asking for feedback. Demo up front. Never. Nobody likes that. Nobody. Boo. It's like going up for like a presentation and being like, hey guys, just so you know, there's plenty of work that I still need to do on this, but I'd like some feedback. Just so you know, I haven't finished the writing. It's not mixed. It's not produced. It's not arranged. It's not like, I just want some feedback. Nah, bro, you want some production. You want someone to executively produce this record. And you're lucky because I am producing with you, bro. You got me, but I'm just telling you, like, don't put demo in your shit. That's like putting like, this might not be so good. But I know it's good.
can't stay another day in these empty halls. I can't dig another grave for something so damn small. You build me up, you break me down. Oh, you spin me around and around and around. Oh, till I'm dizzy, 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 dizzy from your love. Bloody hands, burning eyes, monsters we've become, echoes of a million lies, feeding on the crumbs. You lift me up, you let me down. Oh, you spin me around and around and around. Oh, till I'm dizzy, 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 dizzy from your love. Dizzy, 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 dizzy from your love. Dizzy, 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 dizzy from your love. Dizzy, 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 dizzy from your love.
Dope, 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 dope. Love it. Love it. So yeah, this is like that kind of thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to give you these notes. I mean, what do you want notes on? You know what I'm saying? It's a demo. You got the songwriting down. That's pretty much it. You have a piano that's like repeating the whole arpeggiated chord the whole time. That can't happen. Like, sorry. Nobody's going to listen to that whole song unless they're fucking like literally like so high. Maybe they're just drugged out and they're like, I'm depressed. I'll listen to this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? It feels way too niche. Like niche. Niche? I never know how to say that word. Do you guys say niche or do you say niche? Let me know in the comments. Because I always feel like I fucked that word up. Niche? Niche. All right? It's like so niche. I'm going to go with niche. That it's like directed towards like 17 people out of a billion. You know what I mean? That's going to have a very small audience to it, which means you're going to spend a lot more ad budget. You're going to have to make a lot more content. You're going to have to like really put yourself out there to get an audience for this kind of song. So yeah, production notes. Niche. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to say niche. The niches are riches. Just like bitches. You dig? Niche. Okay. So he says niche. I say niche. Okay. So we got niche. We got niches, riches. We got niche. Yeah. So for sure. Right. So that's the first thing I'd play around with is like, boom, 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 boom. Like that's like, what? What'd you say? I'm dizzy. That's the part that stands out the most to me is like the dizzy, dizzy, dizzy. Like that part stands out the most to me because I don't know, it's just repetitive and it feels interesting around like the textures and the vibes of the felt piano, etc. But like really, dude, we're talking about a lot of production stuff and subtle production, okay? Like that's very important. When you write something like this and you produce something like this, the production lies in the sonics for me personally. So first thing, let's get into the nitty gritty, the meat and potatoes, if you will. So when I hear this vocal come in,
I can't stay another day.
right away, that vocal sounds sonically weird to me. Like it's dry, but not dry enough and not wet enough. It's like in between in this weird place, right? It's mono, but it's not mono enough. It's stereo, but it's not stereo enough. You're like hanging in all these weird places with the vocal itself. It doesn't feel like texturized the right way. Like I'd like to hear it sound more like it's coming off of like a tape machine or something. Something to give it some vibe, you know? I do like that you have like this kind of like classic feel to it. Reminds me of this group, this indie group. God, I can't put my finger on the name right now. Anyway, it'll come to me. But like, I love like that it has like this like, I can stay another day. Like it has like a little vibrato. And it has this very cinematic, show tuney thing. You know, it has like a little bit of that, like drama and dramatic kind of thing to it. But I want to hear that accentuated because I don't think it's coming across the way you think it's coming across. It's like in your head, you're like, ooh, I have this idea, you know? And it's like, this is how it feels and how it should be coming across. And it's like, no, it's not. You know what I mean? It feels amateur in a sense of the sonic quality and the performance. It's like contrived almost, right? It's not performed to a point where it's like, oh, fuck, I really felt that first line, you know? Like, damn, this dude is hurting, you know? This is like really serious. So I'd like that to come across better. So take it as many times as you need to take it. Be in the right mindset to take that take and cut that vocal, but it's just not hitting right. It's not connecting with me. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm pretty good at hearing that idea in my head, right? Like connecting the dots with human expression. That's why I got into music, right? And why I got into mixing and sonics and recording and producing, etc. And it just kind of feels like contrived and just bleh. I can't stay another day. Like the way I just sang that, does that connect to you in like any sense? Does it make you feel like there's something going on or you should be listening again for more? You know what I mean? That's what I would always think about. With the opening line for any song, especially something like this, needs to be so strong and it needs to be so, like, let your voice crack a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, let the emotion come through in your vocal cords, in your throat. Like, how would you sound if you were good? How would you sound if you were trying to talk to someone and you're trying to hold back that you were going to explode with crying, you know, because you're so emotional? That doesn't feel like that. It feels like, I can stay another day. You know, it's like, I feel like you could stay another day. I feel like you could stay many more days, maybe another month.
Another day in these empty halls. I can't dig another grave.
It's almost too perfect, right? It's almost like you're trying to get this perfect thing across that's not perfect. I can't stay another day in these empty halls. I can't dig another grave. Like, bro, these are like heavy, heavy lyrics. And I don't feel that in your voice. I don't feel that in the performance. So no matter what you record with, you can record with this, right? I think this is like $200, maybe less now. It's a 2i2, right? Focusrite. with a shitty mic, with a, SM57. And if the performance is right, if it's in your voice and it feels like, fuck, man, this is really like intense, then it's going to lock in no matter what. The mix, I don't give a shit, like whatever. It doesn't matter. The performance is what matters on this kind of song. Okay. And then I would like literally, that's like what I'm going to give you for feedback on this, because if I go into all the details of production and mixing and all that shit, you're going to be like, what? Overwhelmed as fuck. So maybe even strip this down to like playing this on guitar, like acoustic, just strumming the chords and like, I can't stay another day. Just play the guitar and just like sing it, and just put one mic on the guitar and your vocal and play it like that. Try to strip it down is what I would do, and try to get the performance down, and then come back to this song, because then we can like really hone in on what the song and the emotion is. Okay. Now let's go to the chorus here, because I want to really like, give you the feedback that you're going to need to make this song a record, not just a demo dash Dizzy V4.
Monster till dizzy, dizzy, oh, till I'm dizzy, 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 dizzy from your love.
All right, same thing here on the dizzy part. I think that should just be one vocal. You don't need to be doing the weird, it's not quite a harmony, not quite a double thing, because that's fucking weird. Like, it just feels weird, It's like dizzy, dizzy, dizzy. Like, just give me one vocal. Give me the performance right. What I would do is like cut this, maybe not even cut it, just like work it out on guitar or piano and just play it raw. Like, don't quantize it. Don't put it into Logic. Just play it raw with one microphone in a room. And I feel like this will like really, yeah, nailed it. Nailed it. Maybe take a few shots of whiskey before you record a vocal this track. It's the vulnerability. That's exactly what it is. No, it's not bad advice at all, dude. Like, that's exactly what it is. It's like, I'm not feeling the vulnerability. I'm feeling like you're trying to make this too perfect with the way you're performing it, with the piano being perfectly, locked in with the tempo and everything. I want more fucking messy. You know what I'm saying? And Justin, because I'm helping you produce this and stuff, it might be fun for me to just like cut an acoustic guitar or piano. I'll just play something, like super humanized. And then you just sing on top of that and just give me a performance on it, because it just needs to be more sloppy. Everything needs to be dirtier and messier, because this is not a clean song. All right. Hopefully that helped. Let's move on. And if you guys haven't shared the show or like hit the thumbs up or like dropped any comments, you guys should do that right now while I take a sip of my whiskey. How you guys doing anyway? It's like Sunday. It's the 1st of December. Everyone feeling good? Like, what are you guys feeling like? How are you feeling? Are you feeling like, man, I'm never going to make this music thing happen? Or are you feeling inspired and excited to hit 2025? Like, what's the overall consensus with the music thing right now? Are you guys in the right headspace? Are you going into the year, the new year, with that feeling of like, I can do this, I'm gonna do this shit, I'm locked in, I'm gonna get this shit right? Or are you in the feeling of like, everything's doomed and fuck this, and I'm feeling like giving up for 2025, getting a job at, uberdriving.com and like trying to hold on as long as I can? Like, what are you guys up to? Whiskey is the thing tonight. Man, I got to get a whiskey sponsorship. What's up? I got 2 cherries at the bottom. Oh, that shit's so good. Shit is fire. I don't know why, but like Italians know how to make cherries in syrup. And all it is just like sour black cherries, sugar, water, glucose syrup, like sour cherry juice, fruit juice for color, vegetable juice for color, citric acid, which is vitamin C pretty much, right? And natural flavors, whatever that means. may contain cherry stones or cherry stone fragments. Who knows? But it's pretty fucking good. All right, let's get to the next song. Love you guys. Trying to help you guys out. So if you're getting anything from this, please share the show. Drop a little thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Like 16 thumbs up, 26 people watching. What the fuck, y'all? Get with it. It's Sunday Fun Day. Ho. All right, well, we got Kenada, Believe It or Not, featuring El Camino Droid. Damn, a lot of people going on with this.
It's getting cold, it's time for furs. We just buy what we deserve. The bathroom, his and hers, huh? A continental on the curb. I already ate before dinner's even served, right?
Hold up! Justin Giddings, thank you so much, dude. $10, man. $10 in this economy is like amazing, bruh. You just got me like half a beer here in LA. I appreciate that, bro. You're the man. You're the man. We got a lot of shit going on, dude. We're gonna go crazy on 2025. I promise you I'm gonna up your game like at least 15 times. So 15x. That's what my promise is to you, bro. For real.
And not to put my business in the world, but I booked reservations cause I caught feelings for this girl. It's like I'm caught up in the rhythm of the world. Believe it or not, I always kept my distance from the world cause
I can never understand it. Guess it ain't for me to know. I feel so much when you're around me, but when you're with her I can never show it. You can never feel the same way. I guess it ain't for us to know. Am I wrong for feeling this way? I think I need to let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go right now. Ooh. Let it go, let it go, let it go right now. Ooh. Believe it or not, I'll save you this spot. You know she not everything. Believe it or not, I'll save you this spot. You know she not everything. Everything. You need my energy. I need you and me. I know when we're alone, that's when we sneak and free. You tell me dirty things to change reality. I know when we're alone, you're not my city. Let it go, let it go right now. Ooh. Let it go, let it go, let it go right now. Ooh. Believe it or not, I'll save you this spot. You know.
All right, okay. This is all about arrangement. This shit just needs better arrangement. All right, so, yeah, the female vocal, cool. It's cool, you know, but like, it's like cool for a bit, like for a second. I want to go back to the rapping. I want to go back to the male artist. That female vocal, like, is like taking up so much of the track. And I don't know if it's like an insecurity thing with like whoever's on it. Like they're like, oh, I don't know. I think I like the female vocal better or whatever. Like don't ever let ego get in the way of any song. I don't know what kind of political shit is going on here, but like I can feel that. Like, why are you having her go on and on and on? Like, it's boring. It gets really boring. You've switched up the vibe too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, here's the vibe.
of the world. Believe it or not, I always kept my distance from the world cause
I can never.
That's the vibe, right? Like, da 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 da. Like, it's dry. It's like in the throat, rapping and storytelling and shit. And then we got, ooh, let it go, let it go, let it go. Like, that's all you need from the female. You just need that little hook thing. You don't need like a verse from her or whatever. Like, whatever you're doing here, it's not feeling right. You know what I'm saying? This feels right because this is what you set up. This is the beginning. This is like what you're introducing the audience to is this vocal, this storytelling, this idea. And then it's like the female should just be like, let it go. You know what I'm saying? And then the guy's got to come back in and be like, I can't let it go. Like, here's why I can't let it go. Someone's got to have more of the conversation. And if the female's all chill and shit, like it just doesn't feel like she cares that much, right? So why do we want to hear more of her when she doesn't really care? You know what I'm saying? Like, and this isn't like a sex thing. This is like straight up a vibe and energy thing. Like if there was a male that came on and was like, ah, let it go, let it go, let it go, yeah. Like we still want to go back to the, yeah, but I can't because it's all fucking da-da-da, and here's the story, and here's why I can't let it go. You know what I mean? Like you got to go back to it. I can't handle this like, it starts to feel like it's just like, what? Where'd the story go? Huh?
Of the world, but before dinner's even served, right? And not to put my business in the world, but I booked reservations cause I caught feelings for this girl, It's like I'm caught up in the rhythm of the world. Believe it or not, I always kept my distance from the world, cause
I can never understand it. Let it go, let it go. I'll say it. You think you know,
Nah, arrangement's all fucked up, man. You just gotta go back and forth with the story. Like, people like stories. Look, like, all I'm doing when I'm hearing stuff now, like after like 3 decades of fucking making music. Okay, I got my first guitar at 12 years old and I was like fascinated. Like when I was 12 years old, I decided I'm going to be a musician. I'm going to be an artist. That's what I'm going to be. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And I haven't stopped. Like I haven't stopped. I'm 41. So next year it'll be 30 years in music, right? And now after all those years, like it's like a full circle thing, right? Like when you first get into music, you're like fascinated by music and how it feels and how it makes you feel and the shift in perspective and the, like, you just feel different, you know what I'm saying? You fall in love with songs. One of my favorite songs that I would reference for this just fucking like got me into hip hop. Like this, like literally sucked me into hip hop. Go to Common, right? And go to, which one is it? It's Like Water for Chocolate. Yeah. This was put on to me by a friend of mine, and I was, it was 2000, so it was 25 years ago, and he put me on this album, and I fucking lost my shit. Like, I just listened to this back to back over and over again. But The Light is like a perfect example of how you should be playing this, you know?
I never knew a la like this. Gotta be something for me to write this. Queen, I ain't seen you in a minute. Wrote this letter and finally decided to send it. Signed, sealed, delivered for us to grow together. Love has no limit, let's spin it slow forever. I know your heart is weathered by what studs did to you. I ain't gon' sort them cause I probably did it too. Because of you feelings I handle with care. Some niggas recognize your life but they can't handle the glare. You know I ain't the type to walk around with matching shirts. A relationship is effort, I will match your work. I wanna be the one to make you happiest and hurt you the most. They say the end is near, it's important that we close to the most high. Regardless of what happened on him, let's rely.
There are times when you need someone.
Yeah.
I will be by your side.
So.
There is a light that shines special for you and me.
Yeah, second. It's important we communicate and tune the fate of this union to the right pitch. I never call you my bitch or even my boo. There's so much in the name and so much.
All right, so Common at this point was like at his peak, right? Like Water for Chocolate. Obviously, I got into all his records after I heard this shit, and I went back to Resurrection and all that shit, and amazing. But you notice what he does in that song really well is he tells his story, you know? He tells his feelings for this girl like really, really well. And when you have, like, he goes through it, you know what I'm saying? He goes through it. and I love that. Like, there's this relationship back and forth. Like, this is what happened, and this is maybe the problems we're having, and like, I'm trying to sort this out, and like, this is how we can maybe sort this out. You know, there's a light that shines special for you and me, you know? Like, it's such a cool track. And obviously Jay Dilla, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You know, that whole album is just fucking gold, bro. Like, I don't know any better album or better combination than JD and Common on Like Water for Chocolate. That is like one of my favorites, classic. But listen to what you're doing here at the beginning. It kind of sets up the same kind of scenario.
It's getting cold, it's time for furs. We just buy what we deserve. The bathroom, his and hers, huh? A continental on the curb. I already ate before dinner's even served, right? And not to put my business in the world, but I booked reservations cause I caught feelings for this girl, It's like I'm caught up in the rhythm of the world. Believe it or not, I always kept my distance from the world, cause
I can never understand.
Right? So you have this like this story going on, and it's really good. And I don't know, did the rapper get lazy? Did y'all like run out of lines? Did you like stop because it was too hard to write the rest of it? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I feel. So that's kind of where my perspective is, like what I'm hearing in it. It's like, keep the conversation going, keep the story going. Like, the female should have like her thing that's catchy, you know, which adds to the song, which is really like this.
Guess it ain't for me to know. I never can let it go. Feel so much. I think I need to let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go right now. Ooh. Let it go, let it go, let it go right now. Ooh. Believe it or not.
It's getting cold, it's time for furs. We just buy what we deserve.
Yeah, so that's what I gotta say about that. It's all about arrangement. It's like, tell the story and then have the female be like, yo, let it go, right? And why? What are we talking about letting go, right? So maybe verse 2, rapper comes in and he starts to explain the story as like, man, you know, you really pissed me off. You did this to me or whatever, right? Like, bring in some drama, just like you'd watch a movie. If you watch a movie or a story's being told in a book or whatever, and there's no drama, there's nothing going on, there's no conflict, then it's a fucking boring story. And I'm like, I don't want to watch this movie. This movie sucks, right? So make your song just like a movie. Another really good piece of advice that I got from another multi-platinum producer and songwriter is he said, every single song you make, you're trying to make this fucking movie, this amazing movie, cinematic, like beautiful, amazing movie with so many details and a story and plot and setting and different characters, right? And you're telling this thing and this story, this whole thing in a movie in 3 minutes in a song. So try to do that with this one. All right, let's move on. What do we got? We got My Joy, Master 2, Anwar, aka Anjo Inspires. Let's lock in. Hopefully that was helpful. If it was, you should hit the thumbs up. You should share the show. Y'all should like maybe think about like, you know, give me $2 on the tip. You know what I'm saying? Tip your bartender sort of thing.
Whatever you want, I can deliver. Whatever you need, I shall supply. I give you the world if you just ask. It's my joy to provide. Whatever you want, I can deliver. Whatever you need, I shall supply. I give you the world if you just ask. It's my joy to provide. Whatever you want, as long as it's in my will. It's all yours, no strings attached, just me and you on one accord. Get a promise I made and cling to that. I literally can't deny it, so bring me what I designed. It comes without a timestamp, plus I'm not a bad barber. I'll never push a line back. What you grab for determines the bag you get, so if you end up with nothing, it's cause you asked to miss. So, hey, It's according to your faith. I never give you anything more than you can take. It's according to your faith. I pour out from heaven in a form you can't contain. It's according to your faith. I never give you anything to break you.
All right, before I get into this song, I want to just answer some stuff you're talking about here, Droid, because if your track is from the female's POV, then you're absolutely backwards on the way that the song is arranged. You should be starting out with the female. The rap vocal should be in a bridge, like in the middle 8 or even further back, like after the female has talked about what she's talking about in her point of view. Like, it's so confusing that you open the song with the rap vocal, because right away you're establishing that the main character is the male rap vocal. Okay, so I'm trying to help you out here. Like, you're telling me you got to explain this song to me, like in a bunch of text here? Like, no, dude, you can't do that. You're not going to be able to do that with a listener. Like, oh, well, this is actually from the female perspective, and the male is like introducing that the problem is the blah, blah. Nah, dude. What? Everyone's confused now. I'm fucking confused. I'm like, now I have no idea. I'm questioning everything. I'm questioning everything right now. You're like, no, it's from the female's perspective. Like, bro, why did you have the guy talk first then? Like, what? All right, get back to the other song, but like, yo, get it right, bro. Get it right.
It's according to your faith, and all I'm trying to say is whatever you want, I can deliver. Whatever you need, I shall supply. I give you the world if you just ask. It's my joy to provide. Whatever you want, I can deliver. Whatever you need, I shall supply. I give you the world if you just ask. It's my joy to provide. Whatever you want, as long as it's in my will, it's not a problem. I'm being honest, if you want it, then you got it. I'm performing all requests as long as it's what I promised, and I do it all exceedingly, abundantly, above what you can ask or think in private and publicly. It's always been my pleasure providing all of your wants and needs. I never leave you hanging. You could get anything you want from me. Hey, it's according to your faith. I never give you anything more than you can take. It's according to your faith. I pour out from heaven in a form you can't contain. It's according to your faith. I never give you anything to break you. It's according to your faith.
All right, so this one feels like super amateur to me, you know? And I think it's mainly the performance. The beat is kind of whack too, like, let's be real. I'm just going to give it to you real, right? Like, it's like, yeah, and everything's good, and you're all everything, and I don't, and the barbecue rain, and like, the cadence and the rhythm is like so like, it's so boring, you know what I mean? I just feel like you gotta like give me a different pocket, do some different shit. I just don't even know like what this is about, you know? It's according to your faith. Like it feels too like bouncy ball, like I don't know, just too elementary for me. Like, it's hard for me to give feedback on this because it's like, I just don't know what to tell you to change, you know? Besides the fact, like, I think you should just make another song. I think you should just make more songs. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to like hate on this and like be like, oh, this sucks, bro. But, you know, you're asking for a review on something that I feel like is not review. Like, you should not be asking for a review on this. You should be like, this one's all right. I need to move to the next one. I need to keep making songs. I need to keep working. I need to keep like trying to figure out what I'm trying to get across here. What's the song about, you know? If it's like a joyful song and it's like just about like bringing joy to people, that's cool. But like, maybe we need like something, I don't know, it just needs to feel, it needs to lock in better.
I give you the world if you just ask. It's my joy to provide whatever you want, as long as it's in my will. It's all yours, no strings attached, just me and you on one accord. Get a promise I made and cling to that. I literally can't deny it, so bring me what I designed. It comes without a timestamp, plus I'm not a bad barber. I'll never push a line back. What you grab for determines the bag you get, so if you end up with nothing, it's cause you asked amiss. So, hey, it's according to your faith. I never give you anything more than you can take. It's according to your faith. I pour out from heaven in a form you can't contain. It's according to your faith.
Yeah, it's just kind of lost in the sauce sort of thing. Like, what are you saying here? It's according to your faith. I never give you nothing you could take. Like, I don't know what the story is here. Okay, let me see here. What do we got? Okay, so this is when people start explaining the song to me, and I'm gonna read this, but like I'm just telling y'all, like you should get the song, you should understand. It's a song from God's perspective, telling people He can give them whatever they want according to their faith. It's meant to be happy-go-lucky. Okay, makes sense, but I think you could rethink that idea, right? Of like from God's perspective. Writing a song from God's perspective is pretty intense, by the way. Like that's like super ambitious, by the way. Yeah, like right away I would think, oh, this is really ambitious. I need to serve this right. Like I need to make sure that I am coming across the right way. The lyrics, the story, the idea, the concept, like the connection of the dots, like, man, if I was writing a song from God's perspective, telling people He can give them whatever they want according to their faith, that's such a confusing idea, right? It might be not so confusing to people that believe in God and that are in the gospel kind of category, but I feel like this song is not really gospel and it's not really hip hop. It's like kind of like it's in this wishy-washy area. And I'm just trying to think about how you could get that idea across better. Like before you just started, saying it's according to your faith, like you should really think about like how you can get that idea across, right? So if it's from God's perspective, telling people He can give them whatever they want according to their faith, it's not hitting, it's not connecting. That idea is really, and I'm not here to talk about whether it's Christian rap or whatever, or if it's about God or whatever. I don't care about that. What I care about is that you get your idea across and the concept across, and you're not getting it across. It's very convoluted. It's very confusing, right? Like, it's according to your faith. You can have whatever you want from God's perspective. Like, what? Like, I don't think that people are going to understand what you're talking about here. That's my confusion. And I think most people would be like, I have no idea what this song is about. I don't know what you're talking about. So what I'm trying to tell you, Anjo, is not that like, oh, you're totally off and you're completely wrong and everything's wrong, That's not what I'm doing here. What I'm saying is, think about the concept of a song from God's perspective, telling people He can give them whatever they want according to their faith. How do you explain that? How do you express that in a song, in a lyric, in a melody that's catchy, that people understand, that's very basic, right? Trust me and get what you want. Have faith and I'll provide. Have faith and this is yours, or everything's yours, or the riches are yours, or the love is yours, or life is yours, whatever. Like you gotta like just kind of, it's such a massive, I heard this one time from a songwriter I forget who it was, but they said to me, every time I try to write a song, I don't know if someone told me this or I like saw this in an interview or something. They said, every time I try to write a song that's about like a huge global thing, like a big thing, right? Which this is the biggest thing. A song from God's perspective, telling people he can give them whatever they want according to their faith. Like, and it's supposed to be happy-go-lucky? Nah, that's not connecting, right? But this songwriter said, every time I try to write a song about a massive, big, global thing, it falls flat. It doesn't go anywhere, and it misses the mark. But then I go and I write a song about my world and something personal and small and me and this thing, right? And it's it. It hits. It's my song. It's like the song that like does really well. Because connecting with people is sharing how you truly believe, like how you feel personally, right? So from God's perspective, that's really, really hard. But from your perspective on how God can give people whatever they want if they have faith, you might want to write the song from that angle. Now, I'm not saying just redo the song, but maybe the next song you write, or messing around with this concept for a song and writing a song, maybe you should come from a very small place, right? A place of personal, like a personal place. This place right here, your world, your small world, not from God's perspective telling people, the whole world, like if they want this thing that, it's just too massive. That's too massive of an idea. It's so massive and concept-wise, I think it'll be impossible for people to really understand it. It's just, I'm totally lost when I hear it. I'm like, I have no idea what this is about. Is this a gospel song? So that's kind of where I would go back on. And I'm not going to sit here and give you production notes and shit, because honestly, like, you gotta write from a place that like, you're not speaking for God or from his perspective. And the only time I feel like it works when you write a song, and I'm talking about songwriting, I'm talking about connecting, okay? I'm not talking about your personal beliefs and all that stuff. Don't anybody here getting all personal about it and feeling some sort of way. You're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm trying to give feedback on songwriting, okay? When you write a song that's personal to you, something you've been through, something that you struggled with personally, I think even when you make content, if you guys are artists and you're trying to make content, you're trying to connect with an audience, I've built up a pretty good following of like 100,000 people online, and my mailing list is pretty good, and I've connected with people, and I love the people I've connected with, by the way. Everyone here is amazing. You notice there's not a bunch of like bullshit and people being assholes in the chat and stuff. That's because all the people I connect with are really good people. Like they're people I would want to have a beer with or have a coffee with and just chat with about music anyway, right? So what I've experienced is talk from a perspective, even with your content, of this is what I've experienced. This is what I know. This is what I think and what I've seen, what I've heard, what I've, whatever. But when you come from an authoritative, like, place where you're like, if you're using this, then you have no idea how to record because this is a piece of crap and this is not a good interface. What you really need is this, and you start pulling out the better interface or whatever. Like, no, you should be like, hey, you know what? In my experience, this interface has some really weird issues and it kind of causes some stuff I don't really like when I record my vocals. And I wanted to show you another interface that I think is way better because when I record with it, it just sounds how I sound right now in the room, right? Same thing with music and songwriting. If you are talking to people from like an authoritarian kind of place, people are like, ugh, why are you preaching at me, bro? And I feel like gospel music does that a lot. I'm a Christian. I grew up in the church. My mom sang in the worship team all growing up. My grandpa is actually a Southern Baptist preacher. believe it or not. So yeah, like, you know, I've grown up in the church. I kind of understand all this stuff really, really well. But I've always gotten turned off by this kind of preachy attitude. Like, you know, you got to do this to do that and be better. And I know you're not preaching and I know you're not being preachy, but I've always felt like gospel music is like that. It's like, you know, it always opens up with like, say a prayer with me. Jesus is yeah, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, like goes from a ceremony and people are like, whoa. Like if your purpose is to, you know, pat the back of another Christian or another believer or someone else that already believes in what you believe in and like look good in front of them, then that's what you do. You put like a Bible verse at the beginning and you have a preacher yelling at them, right? As a sample in the song, right? But if you're trying to connect with people that are not believers and you want to help them because you really truly believe that you could save them through Jesus Christ and you believe what you've read in scripture, then you're trying to connect with people just like Jesus Christ would have connected with, you know, strippers and hookers and the tax brokers and stuff on the street. You know, he's going up and he's going, hey man, you know, I know you're not perfect, right? So I just want to talk to you like a human being. Here's what I've experienced and here's what I know. Let me tell you, you know, kind of where I'm coming from. And I think like if you can come from a place like that with your songwriting with gospel music, whether it's hip hop influenced or it's like gospel soul or jazz or funk or whatever, I don't really give a damn. And I don't think anyone cares. I think the connection part and the understanding of like humans and just talking to humans like normal humans, flawed beings is the best way to come to it. You know, and that's just kind of what I'm giving you as far as like the songwriting, because you're connecting with people with songwriting. And when we put out music, what are we really doing? We're sharing stuff. We're connecting with people. We're communicating, right? If you constantly are yelling in people's face or telling people what to think or whatever, you're turning off communication, right? One of the biggest sales techniques that a lot of people use nowadays is to always agree first, right? So someone says like, oh, it's too high of a price. I can't afford that. You say, as a salesperson, you say, oh, totally agree. It's really expensive. Like, no doubt about it. You know what I mean? Because if you agree, you keep the communication going. If you automatically go, nah, man, it's not too expensive. You're just broke. Okay, that person shuts off. They're not listening to you anymore. You shut down communication. You know what I'm saying? So I am trying to give you that kind of feedback because as we approach the songwriting, the production, etc., we're trying to communicate with people. We're trying to have a conversation, and we want to open up their ears, their hearts, their spirits, their minds to communicate with us as artists. And as artists, we are also leaders, right? Because we lead people to what's dope, right? What's fresh. We shift culture. We make music that makes people want to do certain things, right? They're like, oh, I want to do this dance, or I like this song. So, you know, Kanye told me to buy these shoes. I'm going to go buy these shoes, and I'm going to go buy this, you know, I'm going to dress this certain way because an artist did this thing, right? We are culture shifters. We are the leaders of culture. So that's no different with any of this stuff, man. Like, you know, that's my feedback on it. And hey, I appreciate that. That's what's up. He's like, I see it. No, but for real, like, keep going. I would make another song like this. Just get that concept across in your personal perspective. And I think it'll connect with people better. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. I hope you guys really enjoyed the show. I hope that you really, you subscribe to the channel, and I got a lot of new content coming. I actually just shot a video today. I've been working on it all day, today and yesterday, where I'm shooting out the Focusrite. That's why I keep showing this shit. I'm like, yeah, look at the Focusrite, you know? I feel like an idiot doing that stuff, but like, it's just because I have all these interfaces in front of me. I'm doing a shootout with the Focusrite, with the Quantum HD 8, this PreSonus the Apollo X4 Gen 2 and the Apollo Twin MK2. And I'm shooting it out, and I'm going to go through all the, I'm going to record vocals, guitars, synths, all that stuff. And I'm going to compare everything and do a blind shootout for you guys on the channel. And that episode is coming up. So you guys stay tapped in. If you're subscribed, you got the notifications on, then you'll get notified when that drops. I'll probably drop it like midweek, if not end of week, like, Thursday, Friday. So look out for that shit because I think you'll really like it. I think you'll get a lot out of it. And I appreciate you guys coming through. Happy Sunday. You guys have a great week. And let's kill it. Let's crush it. December 1st. Let's get it. Just don't put on the brakes. You guys go hard. Do not get into the I'm in, it's the winter and, holiday season. I need to chill and don't do that, please. Just keep going. Go hard, okay? And if you guys need anything from me, hit me up. I got a lot of stuff to offer you guys. So let's go. Let's make it happen. All right, peace, guys.